text me and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.
Good afternoon, and today is February, April 18th.
Where you at?
I'm here though. I'm here. I might be ugly. Well, here to talk about this thing called real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate, where it's low risk, high reward, low barrier to entry. So here's an opportunity to get your questions answered, listen to other individuals that have questions and their answers, and guess what? You may have never thought about what they were thinking about or what their question was, and hopefully I'll have the answer that will help you along the way. Today's topic is top 3 things that will kill wholesaling a house. So what could be deal breakers, prevent you from wholesaling the house, and how to possibly avoid those pitfalls if possible. So we have a special method here of having your own free seminar. And all you have to do is just text the word Gator. You can join us live here to get your question answered. That gets you pushed to the front of the line, So text the word Gator to the number here, 205-964-5243, and we'll put you on. All right. Couple other things while we're waiting for people to load and introduce themselves in the chat to each other. Networking. People want to know if they have a great deal, and sometimes they want our assistance at comping or determining an ARV for them. We're offering that as a little miniature service right now. Just text FUP. The F stands for fixed. The U stands for up. The P stands for price. Fixed up price, right? So what's the end game? The paperwork, your superpower. This is what makes it all happen. Once you find that great deal and match a cash buyer with it, is the contract. Guess what? I give that away free, as I have been doing since at least 2008. Here's your opportunity to get your free copy of the contract, also on an unlimited basis, but also to get an instructional video on how to fill it out for sellers and buyers, and how to get it signed virtually, sitting in your underwear, in your PJs, your drawers, whatever you want to call them. All right. TikTok will take it down there. So they don't know what that is. That's drawers. Why they talk about furniture? If you need to build a cash buyers list, text the word buyers to this number. This is a way to leverage real estate agents. So that means you can build a buyers list pretty much anywhere it's going down. The reason most people fail at this thing is because they never determine or never figure out how to identify great deals. You text GD to this number. This video here will explain how to do that. You'll need the video to go along with that. It text ARV to fill in the rest of the holes for you. All right. So with that, you'll need the tool to put it all together that we use on a daily basis to do a lot of different things that makes this happen. This is one of the major tools here. So if you text the word tool, you can sign up for it. On top of that, we make it even sweeter. Always under promise, over deliver. Value, and let the rest take care of itself. So if you want to schedule the training after you signed up for the tool, you text the word time, and one of the team members here, she works hard at it. She'll get you going. She become an exclusive expert on it. Want to partner with Old Flippy. Text the word here to 5050. And that's what that word, those are numbers. Text the numbers 5050 to partner on houses, on land. You want to know how to talk to sellers that own land, the verbiage, the lingo. Gonna be more on this coming soon as far as content. Text mud, you got dirt, mud, land. All stands for land. Text MUD, you get the script also on how to be able to find those landowners that may possibly sell to you cheap anywhere in the country. All right. One of the ways to reach out to owners is through text messaging. So text the word text to that number to do it the proper way. Like enough keyword cards for now.
Yeah. We have a lot. All right. Everyone from YouTube is saying hello.
YT.
Let's see. This one says hello, flipping ladies. Hope you all are doing well. This one came from Deb Hall. She said, I purchased 3 different products and I ain't read all of it. Have not received my long instructions. My name is Deborah Hall. Please respond. We'll get to you, Miss
If
Hall.
you just text me on the number, I'll send you the instructions on how to locate what you purchased.
Let's see. Tyler White said, what's up from Seattle? I have a couple of questions regarding geography and mentorship if you're taking them today.
If I can answer, Tyler, if I know the answer, I'm gladly here to share. If I don't know the answer, we'll try to figure it out, man. So yeah, most definitely.
All right. This one says, what's the best way to acquire cash buyers? And I see you in the Gator room. I'm gonna get to you in a second.
Go ahead.
What is the best way to acquire cash buyers?
To acquire cash buyers,
Mm-hmm.
there are going to be a number of ways. I just held up this card here. This is a simple way to do it. Like magic.
It's so many now.
Yeah. Text the word buyers. So that's the worst thing they do is give me 10 more. Text the word buyers to this number right here. And that video will get you going.
All right. This one says, hey, Flip, I live in Baltimore, Maryland. So many vacant and boarded up homes, blocks of them livable is doubtful. The city may own most of them. Let's see. It says, is it worth my time looking into these vacant houses owned by the city?
Well, it just depends on their process. In a lot of cases, for what we're trying to do as wholesalers, normally it's a waste of time. When you're dealing with, a lot of cities are like this, but Baltimore is unique in that way. They'll just have blocks of row houses that's, it'll take a lot of resources to get those back going. So really not what you're looking for or whatever. It's just going to be easier deals out there. That's a huge market, especially when you encompass the rest of, quote unquote, the DMV area. You can avoid those and still eat very well. Do a lot of deals in BMO.
All right. I'm not sure what happened to the person in the Gator room, but come back.
Yeah.
This one came from Cheryl Lee on YouTube. She said, how do you take pictures or video of property if you are wholesaling virtually? How do you set that up? And thank you very, very much.
All right, Cheryl. One of the things you can do is ask the owner, will they send a photo and video of the property? Sometimes they may already have it going. Normally they don't already have that available, but that's asking them to do it for free. You may can compensate them, 30, 40, 50 bucks to do it. You're all about to do business together, but if they don't want to do it, then you can hire someone off of like Craigslist in the gigs section that'll gladly go out there and do it for you for maybe 20, 30 bucks, whatever. So maybe 40. So don't pay them until you got your photos and video properly done. So you might want to give them some instructions on how to do it. A lot of people will take photos in this position, which is fine on your camera. But when you do the video, if you're trying to use YouTube as a marketing tool, it's best to take the videos in the landscape horizontal. What do they call this? Is that the HD? But anyway, in that angle. Now, don't wait till you get out there to figure out how to do it. Figure it out before you go out there. And what I mean by figure it out is do a short video. You can just video the wall if you want to. Well, video is something you know is upright. All right, because sometimes your camera, depending on what it is, you have to hold it either like this or like this, or maybe upside down. Even though you could probably rotate it in the in your editing in your Photos app or whatever. But don't wait to figure it out. And what I mean by that is shoot the video, then just a test video, then upload it to YouTube. So now you say, oh, I got it right, or I need to do something different. And you say, well, I don't know how to do all that. If you don't know how to do it, guess what? There are going to be tons of videos on YouTube that say, hey, how do I upload a video from my whatever phone you have to YouTube? There's going to be tons of videos to show you how. It's a great way to learn stuff. That's part of the reason, well, the huge reason why we're here right now, because of YouTube. You can learn how to do a lot of things that can make you money through the current version of the encyclopedia.
That's why they call it YouTube University.
YouTube University. Oh, yeah. It's an amazing website.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing.
All right. This one says,
life-changing financially.
Do you have a subject to video?
I don't really, not my lane. Buddy of mine, look up Pace Morby on Instagram, PACE Morby, MORBY.
On YouTube.
Check him out. It should be on YouTube also. Yeah.
All right. This one says, is it a good way to cold call straight through Zillow, calling the owners on Zillow?
Is it a good way to cold call straight through Zillow, calling the owners on Zillow with the number? So basically they're saying, should I call properties that are listed for sale by owner on Zillow? Yes, that can be an option. Just understand what you're getting into. It's a little different because it's already for sale. So you're gonna have the right type of buyer for that. And at the end of the day, the number's gonna have to work first. And you could possibly figure out the rest of it. Just you stand the chance of your deal being blown up because the owner's contact number may still be out there even after you've placed it under contract. Sometimes they won't remove the listing if you ask them to or whatever, because they, just in case your deal doesn't go through, it gives them an option to accept potential backup offers. So, but everything is negotiable or can be. So you may have to reach out to them. What time is 13? I ain't gonna make it. I'll try. You know what I'm saying?
All right. This one says, how's the market in Illinois? How can I get started in Illinois?
Whew. All right. So you're in Illinois. So it should be still right there. You're in Illinois, so it's great. And if you're in one of the larger cities, the only issue with that is, or could be an issue, is that the state of Illinois requires you to have a broker's license, agent like whatever I think it's called, a broker's license there. But there's a method around the madness to do it. If you text me, I'll send you a video to explain. I'm not gonna go through it today, but I'll send you a video that I did recently for someone and explain it to you.
All right, this is the first question on Instagram.
Why is
How
it
much
dark?
are you charging for your help?
Seems like it's dark.
Over
On my
here?
side. It's not dark on y'all side. Seems like it'll, if I move back and like when I put the cards up, seem like it's not as bright when we start or whatever. But
A little bit, but it's not dark.
I'm gonna check it out in the live whenever. I mean, the replay when we do it. But what was the question, Ken?
How much are you charging for your help? And that was on Instagram.
Well, we do now. Just like to be clear that everything you need to know is free on my YouTube channel. If you're on Instagram or TikTok, all you have to do is just go to my bio page and tap the link that says "Tap here for free training," and it'll take you over to my YouTube channel, and everything is there that you need to know, like literally everything. Or for some people, that's not fast enough, or they would like more of a direct approach, dealing with someone that's actually doing it, or whatever. And so now you get into that individual's time, namely me. So now that's going to cost some change. So I highly recommend individuals trying to take advantage of the free content first, because again, it's literally all there. It's just the courses / coaching can speed up the process, but there's a cost / freight that comes with that. So, so if you text me if you're still interested in that side of it, I'll gladly text you. Send you the information on the cost. Ooh, boy.
Tired.
I ain't gonna sleep to 1:30 last night. 1:30 something.
Partying.
I was coming in from out of town. Ugh.
Oh.
How's it going?
All right. This one says, I want to thank you for all that you do for this community. I've watched you for a minute now, getting my courage together.
Courage. Where did that come from?
The courage.
Huh?
I don't know.
What is that? One of your great musicals. I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard.
Oh, it makes sense. The Lion.
Courage. Yeah. Courage.
The only musical movie.
I do believe in spooks. That's the only musical I like.
Why you don't like
And
musicals?
technically,
Yes, that's a musical.
Yeah.
it's a musical, but
It's a musical.
it's probably it's more. And I can't even take it. I ain't never watched nothing else. So it's probably 60-40 music. But on 40 the music and the rest. What y'all think?
You said 60, like as far as songs and stuff?
I'm saying like 40% of it, the music. It's probably not that much, probably 30%.
And on that?
Yeah,
No,
with
it's more than that.
huh?
It's a lot
Because
of
they kept
music.
singing throughout the.
I know they sung throughout, but I'm gonna say probably about.
Towards the end, it did die down.
Yeah, I'm saying it's probably about 70-30. You know,
I could put you on some musical and you'll like it.
trust me.
Sister Aggie, you said that's a musical, but that's a good
They don't
show.
even,
That's a good, like.
I watched it.
You did not watch the
I
one
gave
the first
it
time.
a legitimate shot. You know,
You gotta watch it in order.
y'all swore I was gonna like that. I gave it a legitimate shot.
You didn't watch the other one.
What? Why would I watch
Part
a
two.
sequel if I ain't like the first one?
Because the second one.
It's rare. It's rare that the second one is better than the
It
first
is because they're gonna have like new people.
Who doesn't like Sister Act?
Right.
one. Wow.
Sister Act is funny.
Whatever.
I didn't get it.
Child. Okay, let's go to the next one because they think I skipped them when really I just haven't gotten to it yet. You were next. What is the best way to get a great price for commercial deals? Been texting you, needed more help.
All right. So, what's the best way to get a great price? Well, so you have to understand that commercial is more than houses is just houses. Only thing gonna be different zip codes, and you're just gonna compare other houses to other houses. Doesn't work that way in commercial. You have different types of commercial property, so it's not as simple as where it is with houses. Now, I think I replied to your message or whatever, but you're asking a very vague question that a broad question that is going to have a broad answer. or whatever. You know, you have multi-family, 5 units or more. You have self-storage. You have hotel motels. You have single tenant. You have retail space. You have office space. You have industrial / warehousing. You have raw vacant commercial land. It goes on, and all those are evaluated differently. So it's just not as clear as just saying, hey, what's a great price for a commercial? It doesn't work that way, man. It's a lot of overpriced real estate and residential. It's a lot of overpriced stuff in commercial. It's a lot of vacant houses that are very difficult to do something with. And it's probably even more vacant commercial that is very difficult to do something with just because of the expense it normally takes to get it back into shape versus houses. So your question is too broad for me to even come close to helping you or whatever on it. So.
All right, this is on Instagram. Have you done any deals sight unseen on the internet?
I've never done not ever personally visited. Yeah, I've done stuff. Yeah, that I've never personally visited. You know, but don't I've seen photos or whatever. But actually visited. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, this person just come in. They said they love your content. This is on TikTok. I'm just resuming. Drop for dollars by next week.
Okay. Boom. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm glad you were able to join us. Really appreciate it. See how I brighten up? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think it's just
camera
adjusting.
adjusting.
Yeah.
I'm saying how we stop it from adjusting. We just wanted to state one thing.
I'm sure it's the same.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And we have
I was gonna say, anybody?
we got a Sony's. What this is? Just
A Sony.
it should have the number up at the top. Ken, you stand up a look. Right up there where the thing is.
I think it's a 7 something.
C7 something.
Mm-hmm.
Then with the other one is a little different. It's a little older.
Oh. So C6.
But they all work the same.
Right.
We're trying to keep the light balance from adjusting. If anyone knows the proper setting on that, your expertise will be welcomed greatly.
You know what we gotta do?
What?
YouTube.
Oh.
This
You're
one.
right. We sitting up here and doing.
See that?
See that?
The pot calling the kettle.
See that? See that?
What if?
Yeah.
See how you out here?
See that?
This says, what if I don't like cold calling lists? I have a 1 year old, I think they mean, and never have time. How else can I get a deal? I usually target on market deals since it's easier.
Well, how's that working out for you? Targeting on market, just because you can target it, or any of them if they turn into deals, there's nothing to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're not, you probably will understand what I'm about to say. You know, the off-market property, cold calling off-market properties is not the only way. Now, if you have a 1-year-old and you can't do it because you can't control, the noise that they're going to make or whatever while you're on the phone, I get that. So text messaging is probably a better option for you, and now you can control when you get on the phone with them, when you may have someone to help you with them, they may be asleep or something. So your text messaging may be a better option for you to for your current situation, because I can only imagine, 1-year-old, they in the study, especially if they walking, they're just going to constantly be talking. They're going to be constantly talking, right? And you talking, so they think you probably talking to them. So they like this. Ain't like no be no shh. Just get up and do something with me. And then if they walking, they into everything. So hey, I got to raise 3 or 4 children. But I've observed. I can observe. And so anyway, so text message may be a better option, just to answer the question. On market is normally not going to be easy. Again, if you're doing deals, then there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah. All right. This one says, just checking in. I'm very new to everything. Thanks for the invite. This one says, what up, Ty, in the game? Currently at work, so I can't watch live, but I'll rewatch when I get home.
That's what's up, Jackson. You got that message and you're doing something.
Mm-hmm. This one says, I have everything set up and ready to go. How do I break the wall of my first deal?
How do you break the wall of your first deal? Um, you, you say you got everything set up, ready to go. Have you pushed the button to turn on the engine? Hopefully, the marketing engine. Take the thing off. The marketing engine.
So marketing.
Yeah, you got to turn your marketing to start generating those daily leads. No,
Wrapper.
put the top back on.
This right here.
Put the wrapper, yeah. And so, yeah, so you got to push the button. It's time to put, hey, you got the gas in the car, time to turn the ignition on. Hope you know how to drive. But yeah, start trying to generate leads is what I'm saying, period. You got to start, you got to get there, you got to get communications going, right? Whether it's email, text messaging, phone call, or whatever. Some communications need to be happening with people that own real estate daily. So some of those will turn into conversations about buying and you buying it, them selling it. Thank you. And then some of those will turn into possible great deals because they're motivated to sell cheap.
All right, this question is on Instagram. Would you advise a beginner to jumpstart to commercial for their first deal, or stick with single family household? Commercial wise, how difficult is it to attract national tenants? So it's two questions in one.
Well, if you know what you're doing, but yeah, attracting national tenants, it can be very difficult. It can be very worth it, but it can be very difficult.
What about for a beginner to start?
Again, if you know what you're doing, you got a lot of patience. You got to have your patience have to be on 10 versus houses doing that, especially that niche of commercial real estate. So if you have a strong degree of patience, but even more so, being very persistent, then so be it. If you can wait 6 months, maybe possibly a year to do your first deal, then yeah, go ahead. Houses is just going to be quicker. What prevents you from doing both at the same time?
All right. This one says, what is the best way to buy a multifamily house to live in?
Well, traditionally, you're going to have what's the best way to buy a multifamily house to live in? Traditionally, number one, you got to find a property that is for sale. I would like to think you found a great deal, not something that's just for sale at retail price, but that may not matter to you. But the reason you buy stuff at a discount, just in case you make a mistake or you didn't anticipate maybe an extreme repair cost, you don't get whooped on the transaction. And also you may have to be in a position where you buy it and then you need to liquidate it quickly. So being able to liquidate it quickly means you got a great deal on it also that you can resell it and still maybe make a little money, or at least get all of your money back, if not most of it. But with that being said, traditionally, you only have to have the cash and on the credit to buy it. Now, there may be an opportunity where an owner would act as the bank, aka owner financing. Maybe to find an opportunity like that. So it's either going to be through some owner financing or through the traditional method of having some really pretty good, decent credit and some cash as a down payment normally. So.
All right. This one says, how do I get a number to find an heir? The owner of the property is deceased. Where and how would I get a number?
Well, the first thing you got to figure out who you're going to actually be calling. You got to determine who those heirs are. Once you do that, then now it's time to trace those individuals, get a number. So first step is, who am I contacting? Who are the individuals that actually have a say-so and current, I guess, quote unquote, heirship / ownership of the property. So you have to determine that first. Start with the free methods of just asking the neighbors, sending out, well, I guess it ain't free to mail something, but it's inexpensive. Mail. They should have a mailing address on file for the tax bill if it's not the same address as the actual property owner. Hopefully, it'll go to one of those heirs. But those are the immediate things that you could do.
All right, let's see. Go back up. Oh, this is the person that was in the gator room. He says, I was in the gator room but left because I'm driving, can't stare at the camera. Headed to look at this property. I was wondering if I could get a car for it and how long it would take.
I can get a car for it. Does it mean a comp?
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking, a comp.
A comp for it? If you sent it in today, you did the Cash App thing, I probably could get it back to you today, but not in the time frame that you're driving to it.
Yeah.
If you're actually driving to it, definitely not there. But you don't have to make a decision when you're going out there to meet the person. You just gather the information. You don't have to do a deal right then. Ideally, sometimes that's best to do it, but a lot of times just going out there to fact find, and then you do your due diligence on what the ARV is, what they want for it, or if they want you to make an offer. Now you can do that. So you don't have to feel like you're pressured to make a decision today. You're just going out there more or less to photo and video the property. And I said, I hope you are doing that correctly if you're going to use YouTube as a method of marketing your deal.
Okay, so this says, as for mentors, my wife and I are hoping to find someone willing to do 50-50 for the first 5, maybe 10 deals without money up front. Have you ever heard of anyone doing this?
Well, initially, I thought that was a great way to do this. Like, wow, part of the reason why I say I just tell people how to do this. We can all partner together. This money just falling from everywhere. Everybody winning. It's a problem with that. You'll spend time educating individuals on how to do this, and they can't do it anymore. So what has happened to all of your time? Huh? Okay, you said, well, I won't do that to you. Well, now you're predicting the future. We need to be screw real estate. We need to build another business, the future predictive business, because that's more valuable than real estate. And what I mean by that is you don't have any intent of putting this down, but something could happen in your life that doesn't allow you to do it anymore, right? And so if someone just offers up their time to educate you on this with the thought of partnering to do deals, then what happens to their time? How are they going to be compensated for their time that they spend with you? Okay, so over time, what I came up with was, how about I just put all the free information out there? Those who want it, you take advantage of it. And then if you want to reach out to them, once you know what to do, or you still uncomfortable on at least the buyer side of it, then this video right here explains how we can partner on it, right? So find a deal, put it in the contract. You're going to submit it to deallater.com and through the website, and we'll analyze it. If it's an opportunity, we'll do something. So that's how that'll work. What's his name? Tyler. That's how that works. But that video will explain more. That makes sense. Am I missing something? Huh? Huh?
Oh, the 50-50.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just take 50-50. Oh, and then on these 2 units, love to on apartments and self-storage on that too. I'm missing one more here. Oh, and this here is like a mini course on apartment buildings. Text the word DOE, DOE. Deals of Earth.
Okay.
Deals on Earth.
Yep. Okay, this one came from Simone Bells. She says she signed up for PropStream through our website, but doesn't see the access to leads. Where can she find it?
I signed up for PropStream through your web, but I don't see access to leads. Where do I find it? Okay, so what's my girl name? Simone. Miss Rose. You need a little training, darling. Hopefully you sign up through DayLater. And so we have the solution for you to get some free training. So now you can understand how to max that tool out. So text the word time to schedule your training. Now she says she's signed up now. So you just don't text time and sign up. You know you hadn't, sign up for the training. You know you hadn't signed up for the service through DayLater.com. You may have signed up for it. You may have to go reach out to that outfit that you signed up through it. But with us, you need to go through DayLater.com, and you know why.
All right, this is on TikTok. This person made 5K fee. How would you reinvest it back to the business?
Well, I don't know how you found that first deal. Someone said they made $5,000, I guess, on a deal, and they want to know how can they reinvest it back in the business. So I don't know how you found that first deal, but if it was one of the free methods, obviously you can't reinvest back into the free. But if you spent money to find that deal, maybe through text message account, cold calling, driving for dollars. Well, I guess that's gas money, but still. Banner signs, so you're going to choose a method, either do more of what you did to find that deal, or you're going to add on another layer or two to find more deals. Generate more leads is the name of the game. So I'd love to know how they found the deal. That would help out greatly.
All right. This one says actually, hold on. It's somebody in the Gator room. Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
How's it going, my man?
Thank you, Gator. Pretty good. Flip man. I don't know what to call Gator, flip man. I don't know what to call you. All right.
My name is Ty, short for Tyrone, but you can call me Flip Man. I don't think anyone's called me Gator before, but I'll go with that too.
All right.
All
now
right, what are we going to call you? Successful by nature. Success, what is it?
Success by fire.
By fire. So what's going on, Success?
Hey, do you think it's best to use some Google phone numbers as additional business lines for free, or is it worth it to actually invest or pay for, business lines?
Well, no. You don't definitely want to take on actual business lines starting out, because that's an expense itself. Google phone number, Google voice numbers do work. I hadn't used them in a few years, but I use one of the paid services. There are some others out there, but the one that we use on a daily basis is Bumber.com. That's V as in Victor, UMBER, like the word number as with an N, but you just replace the N with a V as in Victor, Bumber. And that service for $10, you can get two numbers. You can get more numbers, but just the base plan is $10 for two numbers. And you can forward those numbers to wherever you want them to go. You can record your conversation. You can set up voicemail. You can text message, all through either the actual desktop/laptop version or through the actual app, which the app is pretty good itself. So now you don't have to buy any additional equipment or anything. You can forward to your existing number. You can set it up whenever calls come through. It's coming from one of those numbers designated for whatever you're using it for. Whether it's for just, you may have it listed on your website. You may have it listed on a banner sign, maybe a direct mail piece. Ideally, you want to have a different phone number for as many different methods of marketing or lead generation that you're using to allow you to track what's working, what's not working as well, what is working so you could do more of it, what's not working so you could possibly fix it to get it to start producing more leads. And so one of the methods of doing that is having different phone numbers for different lead sources or methods. And so using a service like that allows you to do that for, not that expensive well, in my opinion anyway. So.
Okay, that's $10 a month. All right.
Yeah.
Can I ask another question?
Yes, sir.
How does a what they call a market, well, basically the market, they're predicting, or there are projections that the market will burst soon.
Well,
How,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're probably about to answer, but yeah, how does wholesaling do in a shifting market where houses aren't valued like they are now?
Well, now, of course, I don't know what's going to happen. I can just tell you from previous experience, back in late 07, 08, 09, that area when everything tumbled. Now, I was still new to real estate. I had started in 03, and all I knew was I was making more money than I did the year before. So I didn't know that was possible. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even know it existed, that quote unquote the market could crash. Now, part of it, well, I know part of it. All of it was my fault that I was not in a position to capitalize on the opportunities that presented themselves because I was not being a good steward of my money. And so at the time, but what just going through it was like one day I had a bunch of buyers. A few weeks later, I had virtually none, because most of the guys I was dealing with, well, not most of them, some of them, they were doing flips, but they also were doing some rentals where they would buy the property with their own money, do some renovation, and then cash out, refi it, and get 80% loan to value, and they get their money back along with profit and put a rent in there and, move on to the next one or whatever. So they were doing a lot of that. So whenever the subprime lending market crashed, the whole entire market, that type of funding didn't exist anymore. So a lot of those guys got crushed also. And but where the opportunity lied is that now there was on a daily basis, after a couple of months, a lot of cheap real estate, underpriced real estate was coming on the market. Now, as far as opportunities for us as wholesalers, the transition for me should have been I should have been more stronger into the subject to / lease option opportunities. Even if I didn't personally want to keep those, I could have set up the terms and still wholesale those out. So there were still opportunities there, and probably even more so than what I was used to. I just needed the transition. See, the thing is, whether the market, quote unquote, is good or quote unquote bad, as long as they don't make houses free, when I say they, the powers be, government or whatever, there's going to be opportunities and endless opportunities. You just have to shift with whatever's going on in the market. Because at the end of the day, people's transactions are still going to occur. People are still going to move, which means they're going to either be buying and or selling. And as far as the rental side of it, people are still going to be renting, and they move too. So now you're going to have still situations where you're going to have tired landlords and individuals looking for more properties to buy to fill their desire to build a portfolio. So I don't say I wish this going to happen, but in a sense I do, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, it'll be more, I know what to do this time. Let me just say that. Now, I don't want hardship on people by no means. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen or whatever, but in most cases, people at the end of the day and I don't want to sound insensitive, it's normally just a small percentage of people that are actually affected. The media make it look worse than what it actually is or whatever, but opportunities will still exist is my point, in abundance.
In abundance. Key phrase there. All right, Ty. Yeah, Success by Five is just my brand name, but my name is Roderick. I'll be hopping on a lot more, man. Got a lot of questions in the future as I learn.
All right, no problem. Where are you live streaming from?
Maryland, Upper Marlboro, Maryland, just outside of DC.
Oh, outside DC. Okay, yeah, I was up there back in December, bro. It's great market up there, man. Very interesting.
Yeah, yeah, good stuff. Hey, thanks again, Ty.
All right, no problem at all, man. Good luck. Join us again.
Yes, sir. Will do.
All right.
All right. So I'll answer a few on Instagram and then come back to you, Daryl. I see you in the cater room.
We see ya.
All right, this is on Instagram. Hello, family. Footman, can you let me know what's the steps you have for evaluating a property for a fee?
Oh. Mr. Ricky Smiling Morning Show. Um,
Break the motion.
I'm trying to find the thing here. Where is it, Ken? Jessica. FUP. Here it is. Just text FUP and this video will explain. Text FUP.
All right, this one is on TikTok. Where do you find buyers when wholesaling houses?
What do you find buyers when wholesaling houses? Well, there are a number of ways. You have a property on the contract, it makes it easier in some cases because you have a great deal on the contract. Because now you may have 10 people call you about it, buyers, actual buyers, but you're going to sell to one person. And those other 9 people, you collected their information for future deals. When I say their information, the name, phone number, obviously your email, what areas they like to buy in, price range they like to buy in, level of repairs they like to deal with, minimum beds and bath or square footage. How many do they buy per month? If I didn't say that already, and you can build a list just by having great deals and marketing those deals in places like Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups related to wholesaling and real estate investing, Craigslist, signs in that area, house for sale, 75,000 cash, call or text, and a phone number. And then you can, where is it? There it is. You can text the word buyers, and this video here will explain a lot in how to leverage real estate agents pretty much in any market and get them on your side.
All right, I'm about to add Mr. Daryl to the stream.
Mr. Darrell, how's it going, man?
Great. Flip, man, how you doing?
Super tight. What about yourself?
Awesome, man. Had a great Easter Resurrection Day yesterday with the family and enjoyed Erica Mary last night on stream, so that was good.
That's what's up.
Yeah, normally I'm calling from work, but actually I'm off tonight, so that's a good thing. You don't have to be going in the bathroom like I normally do.
That's what's up. That's powerful.
So,
How's it going?
so I'm calling from Ohio. So I got a couple questions for you. The one is about really just an opinion from you. It is just based on your experience in the industry. What would you say would be like a percent as far as like people wholesalers who put houses under contract and they're not able to perform because they don't find buyers for it and have to release it from the contract? What would you say would be like a percentage of times that happens?
Oh man, that's a good question, man. Because yeah, so many people just starting out and just going out and putting stuff on the contract. Just somehow they missed the great deal part of it, or somehow they don't know how to determine a great deal. They just happy someone's talking to them, say they want to sell a piece of real estate, and they just do it. So that sends the percentage up greatly on the number of people that just put stuff in the deal doesn't go through because they don't have a great deal. Now, if you said people that have done 10 deals, and then what's the number of them not closing on deals? I have no way. There's no way for us to have any real data on that. I would be just totally throwing something in the wind because there's no way to to figure out, because it's not like you have to register contracts each time that you put a property on the contract. So you just never know what's being a deal is put together with the paperwork part of it, but never goes to closing. I just no way for me to just even guess on that, Daryl.
Yeah, well, the reason I'm asking, I think that this is for me personally. I think sometimes that makes me a little gun shy because I don't want to be one of those statistics. I don't want to be the person that puts it under contract I'm not able to perform. So I think that because I've had opportunities where I could have put something, but it's like, the numbers not.
Man, people do that. People back out of 7-figure, 8-figure deals all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the business or whatever. Are they better? Because they trying to pursue a 7 or 8-figure deal and they back out. Is it even better? They change their mind. Have every intent of buying it or whatever. You have every intent of making that deal happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen. That's the business. That's the paperwork is the paperwork.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And then the second part of that same question is, and this might be more for the title company that I'm gonna work with, but if you're not able to perform within the inspection period, is there a charge? Do they charge you for whatever services if you actually had it under contract?
That's why I recommend you don't go if you don't have a buyer in place along with your seller, both under contract. There's no reason for you to really even reach out to a title company unless you're trying to get someone to hold or earnest money deposit because the seller is like tripping about it or really pressuring you about it or whatever, being able to verify it or whatever. But other than that, that's one of the reasons why you wait on a buyer is because you don't want to continuously do that with a title company and you're not making them any money. So
exactly.
wait on the buyer. Plus, again, the buyer may dictate. In a lot of cases, they're going to dictate where you close at anyway because they're the ones bringing all the money to the table. And a lot of times they are paying all the closing costs, so they're going to normally have some input. Everything's negotiable. Some people may not ever do deals unless they control where you close at. That's up to them. But I can assure you're going to lose deals because you are doing it that way versus just trying to be flexible on it. So,
got it. Yeah, that was it. That's pretty much it. I just was curious because I feel like, sometimes it just, I just want to be a person of my word. If I put something in the contract, I want to be able to perform on it. And as a wholesaler right now, see, eventually I'm a transition where I'm gonna actually be buying and holding myself. But right now, I just need to build up some capital. So all I'm doing is wholesaling right now.
All right, man, make it happen.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Do you want to do the topic?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and go into the topic. So the topic for today is the top 3 things or reasons that would kill wholesaling a house, kill your wholesale deals. All right, so there are really a lot of things, right? But I'm gonna start with one of the things that tends to affect most people. I'm trying to do them in order and just do a little countdown here, but I want to try to take them in no importance. Order of importance is your seller won't give you access to the property. Right now, if that's not what I mean by that, sometimes it can be vacant and they or you initially went out to see it and the numbers work, you put it on the contract, and when you try to call them back, even though you've explained to them, you will have to come back with possible contractors and capital partners, which is cash buyers. They decide that they're not going to show it anymore, um, that could be that could be devastating, right? That could blow up a deal, right? Especially again, the numbers work. It's obviously got people begging you to come out and take a look at it. That will happen if you do this long enough. They'll really be tripping out. Now, sometimes it'll be more that either a tenant is there, and again, you made it clear that it's going to have to be viewed, or whatever. Now, with that, now you can possibly renegotiate something more in your favor, because now you have to buy the property without seeing the actual inside of it. And so you have to assume, even though it may be in excellent condition on the inside, you have to assume that it's not, because you can't see it. So it has to be negotiated that way. All right, that's one. I guess that would be number 3. So number 2, whenever you're doing your actual contract on a particular property, and you, if you don't do your due diligence initially, and one of the worst things I can hate, and this is more dealing with co-wholesaling, and you find out that the wholesaler that you're dealing with, he's not the one that has a contract with the seller, right? Mm-hmm. Not saying the deal can't still be pulled off, but it makes it a lot more difficult, right? And a lot of times, in my experience of doing that, so it's you, the wholesaler that's supposed to have the property in the contract, and then another wholesaler. And they don't even know if this is even more after that. That'll blow something up quicker than anything. And it seems to be in some higher price, higher 6-figure, maybe going to a 7-figure. And that gets into commercial too. So, but if you hear someone if someone sends you over an email or something, and they give you a price +2, +3, from my experience, there's probably a 98% chance that deal is not going to close, right? You're probably so far away from the owner, it'll make your head spin, right? So just be really wary of that whenever you're dealing with another wholesaler that is just you, them, and then the buyer. That's part of the reason why we don't prefer to take on properties that if you're not dealing directly with the owner, your name is not on the actual contract. And that's one of the things you always want to ask the wholesaler. Hopefully they'll be truthful with you. Is your name on the contract with the seller, with the owner? All right. And if they say, "Oh no, my partner has it," okay, you can pursue it. I'm just telling you, more than likely you're gonna waste your time. And, sometimes they'll work out, but most of the time they're not. It's just not. All right. But probably number 1, that's easy to figure out. What'll kill your deal faster than anything is the title is not clear. And there could be a number of reasons why the title isn't clear, but one of the major reasons is that the person that thinks they own it now really doesn't own it, because they didn't acquire it through the proper chain of ownership. And what I mean by that is that they may have picked it up through a deceased parent, a relative, normally a parent, and people have these what's the word? I guess misconceptions. Like my mom actually thought, I don't know, she probably watched it, but it's whatever. She thought, because my oldest brother, because he's the oldest, that automatically give him, no, that ain't how it works, or whatever. That's not how it works. I gave her instructions on how to go and put up property. If she wanted to do it correctly, she needed a will. But whatever attorney she went to, he talked her into putting all our names on the thing. That doesn't matter. That happens anyway. You didn't even have to do that. Whatever they paid him, you don't have to do that anyway. It automatically happens. If there's no will, we're the 4 heirs, my brother, my two brothers and my sister, it automatically happens without having to actually do that. But people have these, misconceptions about, well, I paid the taxes on it all these years. That's fine. You have no more ownership than your other six brothers and sisters. You have no more ownership. If there was no will, never went through the probate process or whatever, you have no more ownership. I don't care how many years you paid the taxes. You have no more ownership. So, that will blow up a deal quicker than anything, is that they can't sell it. They may own it in some situations, but they can't sell it without the permission of others. That property will blow up a deal quicker than anything. Now, normally it can be a solution, but it just depends on how splintered off the family is. Because some of these families, especially some of these older situations, air properties, you could be 30 or 40 people deep easily. And sometimes they don't even know how to contact some of those people or whatever. So that'll blow up a deal quicker than anything. Is that, and it's not complete ownership with the person that you're dealing with. So, but a lot of times there can still be opportunities if you're willing to work through it, because a lot of people won't take the time out to work through those deals or whatever, and it may take some months to pull those off, but it still it needs to be worth it. It got to be those situations. It definitely got to be worth it. Just from my experience, I mean, like a handsome payday or whatever. So that's all we got to say about that. We got Miss
Mama Land.
Mona. Is that what I said?
Mama Land.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hi Ty. Okay, we spoke before and I was telling you how nervous I was with getting started, and I was doing a driving for dollars, and I found more than. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't text me. I told you to
I
text me.
did.
Did
I
you?
texted you.
What?
I was so excited about it. I text you
Did I
in a
reply?
matter of minutes.
Did I reply?
No, you did. And I texted the number that you put up here, the 205-964. Yes,
Yeah, yeah. You on your phone now?
I am.
Okay, she can't do it now. All right. I didn't
I have
get
another
it.
one.
Okay, yeah. Text it now. Let me see if I get it.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
I'll text it now. But in the meantime, I want to talk to you about the NOI. So I found a commercial property yesterday, and with that commercial property, it had a sign in the yard that said "for sale by owner." And it had a number, and I looked it up on PopStream. I went through the processes of I blew that 5 days, okay, and so I just bought in a PopStream, and I'm doing your looking over it. I'm gonna text the word time because I did forget to do that, so that I can get like a one-on-one tutorial as to how to go through PopStream entirely. But I see that she doesn't. It's a 3-unit property. Okay. And it's an apartment building. It looks nice. It looks good. I don't know. I'm guessing maybe a divorce. I don't know, because it's
Okay.
really held up. Yeah.
So you've spoken to her?
No, I did not call her. However, I didn't call her because I didn't want to sound like an idiot. I want you to go over. I didn't. I just start looking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now go ahead. Now we can get to that part of it. What's your name on the text? What's your name?
I'm sorry. 205-964. I'm just putting it in here. What's the number?
5243.
5243. My daughter sings it, so I should know it by now. But but yeah, no, I just really it's sorry. I'll just put my name in here. Can't do two things at once. But I didn't. I was looking over your videos on how to evaluate an apartment building, commercial properties. It's more extensive. I was wondering, if she asked me about anything and I don't know the terminology, so I
Well,
got nervous.
on this 3 unit building, all right. So whenever you call her,
Okay.
all right, obviously when she says for sale, so when you call her, you want to see if it's still available. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, you want to identify what we call the unit mix. We're an hour and 5 minutes into this video. You want to go back and watch what I'm saying.
Right.
So you want to get what we call the unit mix. So that means it's 3 units. You want to know the number of bedrooms, bath in each unit, right? You want to
Mm-hmm.
know what the current rents are. So it's only 3 units, so it won't be hard to come up with the math on some of this. But how many of those are currently rented, which is the
Mm-hmm.
occupancy rate or vacancy rate, either or. What are they paying each month? Well, that'll be the rent rolls, but what are they paying each month? Um, are they on month to month, long term lease in place? Are they Section 8 or straight
Mm-hmm.
rent? You want to know what the property taxes are per year on the property. You want to know what the insurance is per year on the property, age of the roof, how are they heated and cooled. What you're in Virginia? Where you located?
Pittsburgh,
That's
Pittsburgh,
right,
PA.
the cold there. All right, so you want to know how they're heated and cooled. All right, you want
Mm-hmm.
to know the age of those units. You want to know if there have been any recent updates or maintenance, maintenance that needs to be done immediately. Like something that's on hold that should be done. That should be
Mm-hmm.
enough. Oh, you'll want the last 2 years. You'll want the last 2 years of financials. When I mean by that, you want all of 2021, all of 2020. Ideally, they call it a trailing 12 or a T12, the last 12 months, which will be basically from March of 2021 all the way up until now, April, this month of April or whatever. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want April of last year all the way up to March of this year. Should be 12 months or whatever. So which that
Right.
covers 2021 anyway. So, but anyway,
Mm-hmm.
you get that information, then you can make an evaluation whether it's an opportunity or not. Because now it gets into are the people that they're renting to, are they paying the market rent or is it under rented? Is there a possible value add opportunity there in some form or
Mm-hmm.
fashion? But you have to collect the data to make an informed decision if it's an opportunity or not. So now this is a 3 unit building, so technically it's not commercial. It's normally
Okay.
5+ units, 5 units or more is considered commercial when you talk about multifamily. So, but yeah, so
Okay.
again, I know that was a lot I just put out there, so you just can go back and just scroll up to an hour and 5 minutes of this particular
Right.
video. You can go back and make the notes on it or whatever. So,
Okay. All right. I'll give her a call, maybe tomorrow from 10 to 6 p.m. You were staying, and then, um, okay, I can see on the NOI on your other video, you explained a little bit more in depth, and the profit and loss statement. I guess that's what you're referring to when you get the yearly from April or March of last year to this year. That's
yeah,
the profit and loss statement.
that was. I was just saying that would be considered a trailing 12 or
Okay.
T12. It really won't matter because we're only 3 months, really 3 months into this year, the fourth month.
Right.
But so yeah, once you got all that data, then now you can make a informed decision on the property. So
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And then I'll okay. Texting you on the other line. Thank you so much, Ty. Have a good rest of your
okay,
day.
all right, you do the same. Thanks for joining us
Okay.
again. All right,
Absolutely.
bye.
All right.
All right, so guys, we've really been rolling pretty hard here. Hopefully, everyone. I know we didn't get everybody, but if you didn't get your question answered, post them in the comment section. of any of the YouTube videos. We answer those on a daily basis. All of this will go into replay mode on all of these different platforms. So TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn,
Pinterest.
Twitter, Pinterest. Well, yeah.
We're on 20 now.
So if you're on Instagram or TikTok, just tap the link in the bio to access the mountain of information that you need to know how to do this for free. Everything you need to know is there. So with that being said, I guess we'll be here tomorrow, the 19th of April. And we'll see you guys on the flipper side.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know 205-964.